everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Happiest Hour on Earth. We're so happy you've joined us tonight. We have a very fun topic. We are going to be talking about our Disney guilty pleasures. Those things that are just maybe not as socially normal.
Yeah, maybe it's something that most Disney fans don't really like, and we like them. Or, you know, socially acceptable within the community or without the community. It sounds like it's going to be worse than it actually is. It's not like we're like, we love breaking the law at Disney. No, we don't break the law. But there's some fun things in here. I think it's going to be really fun to talk about.
Yeah, just a fun, silly episode because I think we all have our own guilty pleasures when it comes to the Disney world.
Yeah.
So
we also heard from our listeners too. They sent in some good ones as well.
Yeah.
But if you did not get a chance to send them over, let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear about them and chat a little bit more about your Disney guilty pleasures.
Yes, we would. Let us know. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on in.
Let's do it. All right, so before we get started, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button. It really helps out our show so much. Hit the subscribe button as well. We just hit 750 subscribers. Woo-hoo! Thank you to that one person who became our 750. Now we're on our way to 1,000. Mm-hmm. Let's do it by the time this episode comes out. Now,
probably not, but maybe by the end of the year.
Maybe by the end of the year. Yes. And if you're listening on a podcasting platform, it would be great, especially on Spotify. It's really easy on Spotify, and we don't have too many. Mm-hmm. So if you want to just hit the 5 stars on there, let's just get a little influx of 5 stars on there. And then if you want to review us on Apple Podcasts, that helps out our show so much. So thank you in advance for that. That's just amazing. We feel the love. So thank you so much.
We so appreciate it. So brief update on us. There's nothing super exciting going on. Last week we were just like wiped out. I don't know if you could tell from the episode, but we were both just like very tired. It was like a hard week for some reason for both of us. We had gone out of town over the weekend. We were like trying to get back into the swing of things.
Our Monday was like extra Monday.
Very, very Monday.
And then we record on Tuesdays. So it was like Monday just beat us up. And then Tuesday was also pretty much the same.
It was just
so by the time of the last episode, it was like, oh my
And kids,
gosh.
I feel like, are always extra needy after trips. So I was feeling the pressure of that. And it was just like, it was a rough week, but we're doing a lot better at the start of this week. So that's good news.
Yeah.
Our
baby
better.
Just turned 6 months.
He's 6 months old as of yesterday.
Which is crazy that we've been doing this podcast for 3 years now.
Yeah.
It's also crazy that we've been doing a podcast with 2 kids for 6 months now.
And like have basically maintained it ever since the second one was born. I mean, there was like a brief pause there, at least like, you know, pre-recording, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we've kind of maintained it, which is wild. There's
been some hard weeks. Like we said, last week was really hard and it was just really draining. And we started late because, you know, the day was just crazy. And we're like, man, this is so much work. And then we'll hear from someone. We got hit up on YouTube and someone was saying really nice things about our show. And it was just really nice. And it just kind of gave us the boost we needed. It was just really nice. So really shout out to you guys for sending the love because it is hard.
You never know how much someone needs it. Like if you ever send us anything that is just very encouraging or kind, just know that like it really means a lot because there are times when we're just really struggling. So much appreciated.
And not even just like creator pages, but just in general. You never know when someone will need it. So it's like, let's foster that love for everyone, you know, and when we've heard that from you guys for our show, it's just made us want to, you know, do it back. So I just love the idea of the spreading the love. Yeah. Definitely helps so much create a nicer environment, nicer Disney community, but just outside of that as well.
For sure.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Thank you guys.
I had something else. Oh, I do have something. We just booked our hotel for our Disneyland trip that's going to be happening in May. It's going to be insane.
We're pumped. We're so excited, so nervous. It's going to be
2 kids.
Quite a different type of trip for us. Yeah. So I'm kind of overwhelmed thinking about it, but I know it's going to be magical. Yeah. In the end, we're going to have very special memories. We're going to have help which is great. We'll have family there to help out with the littles because we've got some exciting things going on this trip. So
yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good trip.
Really, really
We're pumped to finally have things booked. I think we've got a couple reservations made.
We still got to do the Disneyland tickets because our son is now 3, which is a huge bummer because we have to pay pretty much the same amount for him too.
We squeezed in 4 trips from the time that he was born until he reached the 3-year time frame of having to pay for him. So
so our tickets went from like
free.
7-ish to probably like over, I think 1,100 or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, but
nuts.
We'll make it happen. It's going to be a really fun trip. So cannot wait.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. So
I guess it's worth it because at least for him, I know how much he loves it now. So it's like, if you're going to pay for one of your kids,
at least it's the one that
will remember it, loves it.
Yeah.
It's going to be worth it. So
it's going to be great.
We're pumped.
Yeah. Cannot wait. And I guess that's a guilty pleasure of ours, spending a lot of money on Disneyland tickets, on Disney in general. But actually, to actually start off our list, we did have this. I think being a Disney adult is a guilty pleasure in and of itself. If you're in the Disney community, you're like, like Disney adults, there's so many. But there are still some people I'll see in comments. They're like, this is the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, there's some haters for sure.
Like, I don't tell my coworkers that often. I mean, I'll have to tell them if I'm going on a trip. I'm like, oh, Disneyland, the kids and all this stuff. But
like,
you don't want to
keep it kind of like hush hush if you don't know where people stand on the whole like Disney adult thing. It's kind of like, oh yeah, we like had a Disney trip, whatever.
It's gonna be fun.
But like, you don't really get into it. Kind of be like, oh yeah, it's for the kids.
Yeah, and this is our outlet. So if any of those people found this podcast, they're gonna be like, oh my goodness.
Oh,
you've been talking Disney for 3 years straight. Yeah, it's crazy, but it is a guilty pleasure.
It is, and honestly, like doing the podcast is kind of a guilty pleasure because just to build off what we just talked about, it's our outlet to talk about all these things that a lot of people probably think are super weird. So,
sometimes you need a little weirdness in your life. Yeah, right. It's totally guilty. It's also just a way to connect to your inner child
Yeah.
And I guess people do that in other ways or maybe lose sight of that. But Disney is how we do that. And there's something about walking through those gates, hearing that music and seeing, smelling the smells, being transported to different worlds, but especially that first world that you walk into, Main Street, Marceline, Missouri. There's something about that,
like
seeing the horse trolley and the little cars. There's something that just starts you off on the right foot. And you're like, I am here. I'm going to be exploring different magical worlds today.
Yep.
And
total escapism and no shame in saying it.
No shame.
Because we all need that sometimes.
We do.
Everybody needs to escape.
Everyone does that. When you watch a movie, you're
escaping
diving into
reality.
escapism. Yeah.
It's like, that's just where we like to go do it because
Disneyland's just a 3-dimensional version of that.
Exactly. Which is the best.
Yeah, it is.
If you're in the Disney community, like you understand, it's just a guilty pleasure to be a part of that because so many people out there are not about it and they're not afraid to let you know. We stand with you, fellow Disney people.
Yeah, and we actually have an episode on this that was so fun. Why we're Disney adults. You could scroll back and try to find it, or I'll pop it up here on YouTube. It was great. It was great hearing from other people too. I think we asked people why they were Disney adults, and that episode has resonated with so many people. And it was just such a fun episode to just dive into how we came to love Disney. So definitely go find that one.
That definitely, I think I would have to say, is like my favorite episode we've ever done.
Yeah. It meant so much to us.
It really meant so much to us and to you guys, and to hear all of your personal stories was awesome. So
yeah, it was great.
Definitely a favorite.
Yeah. Well, do you want to hit us off with number 2?
Yeah. So our number 2 Disney guilty pleasure is the ability to just break any social norms outside that we would have outside of Disney.
Yeah.
Such as eating snacks, sweets, drinking a beer at any time of day.
10, I think it was 10.
Yes.
One of the
our
last
own
times
personal story. stories. I think it's happened a couple times.
It's probably
at this
happened a
point.
couple times.
It's kind of becoming a routine.
If you're in California, like if you walk in the park and you're burning all those calories and then it's 10 in the morning and you're like, well, I didn't have breakfast.
That many calories.
Yeah, not that.
10 a.m.
But you know what? Like last time we went and we were like, let's get a bread bowl. Like it's only 10, but I can't wait 2 more hours. You got a bread bowl and I got a bread drink.
Yeah.
I got a beer at 10. And I was like,
yeah.
Well, you know.
I was like very hangry at that point because I was like, we need to eat something for breakfast. And it was 10 and we had eaten nothing. I was starving. And we just ended up by Pacific Wharf, which is now San Francisco.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm getting a bread bowl. I don't care. Nobody's going to stop me. It's open. I'm hungry.
We don't abide by like the 8, 12, and 6, you know, meal times because like you're getting all those your snacks.
My brunch was a bread bowl. Yeah. Clam chowder.
Oh, it's great.
Sue me.
Because you have snacks throughout the day that you want to just try throughout the day. So then dinner's now at like 8.
Yeah.
And you know what? You deserve that because you're walking it off.
I know.
You're doing a great job burning the cows. Yeah.
Exactly. And same goes for sweets. I feel like sweets happen all throughout the day. Doesn't matter what time.
Also, I feel like breaking social norms. I was just thinking, sometimes I just feel like skipping when I'm on Main Street or doing something like that. Or grown adult man. Yeah, maybe you don't do that. Yeah, screaming at the top of my lungs on a ride. Yeah. Not just in the middle of the street. That's a norm I won't break. Why is this man screaming at the top of his lungs?
Don't do that.
On
you
Main
don't
Street?
need to be that guy.
But just going, just having a fun time. Like we said, tapping into your inner child. So yeah. Totally. But I think we mainly do that with food and drink. It's like,
mainly, but yeah, there are definitely other social norms that are broken at Disney.
Yeah.
I would say.
Oh, for sure. Well, on the topic of food, this is one that we both share too. Corn dogs. Now,
which happens to be one thing that we generally have pretty early as well.
Yeah, we usually do. And why I say corn dogs is because I think the Disney community, they love their churros, their Dole Whips, and all those things. And corn dogs you could really get anywhere else. You know, so maybe people like don't really snack on corn dogs too much at Disney, but we love Disney corn dogs. Honestly, the batter is just, it's so good. They've become
even more of a, like...
With the chips.
With the chips, yes. Ooh, and a Sprite.
Oh, we love Sprite at Disney for some reason.
Yes, like we don't drink soda.
It's a social norm. Yeah, we don't drink soda, but when we're at the parks, we're like, we'll have like 5 sodas. Yeah.
Coke and Sprite happen more than once while we're in Disney, but at home, never, ever. Those are just so refreshing when you're in the park. Yeah. But I was just gonna say, I think that corn dogs have become like even more a staple in my trips than some of my previous favorites.
Yeah,
like pretzels. I still love pretzels. My Mickey pretzels will always be a favorite, but like I feel like I can go I can get through the trip and be like, I didn't get a pretzel yet. But corn dogs are like, that happens like first day.
One of our favorite things is getting a corn dog. We used to always go Corn Dog Castle, California Adventure, but we love getting corn dog. Yeah, they are so good. But a corn dog at the Little Red Wagon or whatever in Disneyland, grabbing a corn dog and chips, jumping on the railroad, the train, and just sitting, looking at the park while you eat a corn dog.
Snacking on a corn dog.
So awesome.
It is a peak experience.
It is. Yeah, it is. So
highly recommend.
Yeah, definitely guilty pleasure because I don't think too many people are all about that. But on the topic of snacks, we do have to talk about some other snacks that we just always have to get every time, whether it's a guilty pleasure or not, because I think some of these everyone loves, but
they're always
have to get them all the times. Yeah. Do you want to hit these
Definitely off? Not things that we would normally eat at home.
True.
It's like only at Disney.
Yeah.
that does this happen. First of all, the bread bowl. Clam chowder bread bowl, always a favorite for me. Although I must say, I actually did used to get that at the Boudin, and it used to be right next to my work. And I did go there when I was missing Disney a little extra, and I would get a bread bowl at lunch sometimes.
Bread bowls are the best. They're so good.
I haven't done that away from Disney in quite a while, but sometimes it is a guilty pleasure away from Disney as well. But that's a favorite. Cold brew black calf.
That's like the cold brew black calf with the blue milk.
Yeah,
cold blue. We just mix them together. That's a guilty pleasure. We take the coffee from Star Wars and we take the blue milk.
That'd be nasty.
Ooh.
No, thank you.
But yeah, we gotta love.
That's more of a tongue twister than I thought, though.
I know you gotta love a cold brew with What
Cocoa
are
Puffs.
the Cocoa Puffs on top? Oh
yes, definitely
yeah.
not
So good.
a normal thing that I would get, but it is a
That
favorite. It has
sweet
really
cream
become
on
a
top
favorite.
is just, that's one
know.
we get every single trip.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think we
even
got it
every single
twice.
day.
We got it, we got it twice the
Every
last
day
trip,
around
I think.
afternoon, we're like, okay, we need a little
It's a good
boost.
one.
It is so good.
For
I'm
some
actually
reason,
craving
okay,
that
yeah,
right now.
to be honest, like I've tried quite a few of the cold brews in Disney at this point because they will have like seasonal ones at different restaurants throughout the park, and I haven't been a fan of very many of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like the rotating ones.
Yeah, this one
is so good to me for some reason.
and it's sweet, but it's not like yucky sweet.
Yeah, like
It's
it doesn't
nice.
taste like a punch in the face of sweet.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's something about
it's
it.
really good. And
Went on
then
a
the last
tangent there a
one,
little bit, but
the
yeah.
last snack we always have to get
Last fave.
on top of like churros and Dole Whips. but-
Yeah, there's all the classic other faves, but we also love the mac and cheese bread cone from the
Cars
Cozy
Land.
Cone.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that thing is just. Normally we wouldn't eat mac and cheese carbs inside bread carbs shaped as a cone, but when we're at Disney, you gotta do it.
Well, and in Disney,
the bread is so good.
it's
and
so
soft.
good.
Yeah,
And I made it actually on the podcast back
it
when
was
we were weekly making snacks or drinks.
yeah.
I made it. I might actually, okay, we made the original one
And then we did the
right in the
Luigi's
beginning.
Christmas one. Yeah,
And then we did the one that was like a pesto chicken
Yeah.
version of the bread cone. Also bomb. But aside from us making them at home those two times, that's definitely only something that happens when we're in the park.
yeah. Oh, it's so good.
So yummy.
Do you want to hit us off with number 3?
Yeah. Another guilty pleasure of ours is making sure to ask for the front row on Soarin'. And not only Soarin', but I feel like there's very particular rides that we always have to ask for a specific area.
Mhm.
I think Thunder, we always ask for the back.
Yeah, Thunder always the back.
Because
Yep,
it's
yep.
where you just feel the movement the most.
Space, I love front.
Space front, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much the main ones I think
So our
of.
guilty pleasure is technically just being a Karen.
Disney Karen.
Which, not
That's
at Disney.
not true.
Yeah, we're not
That's
Karens
not
about it.
true.
We're not Karens about
We're
it.
not like
we're
being
particular.
mean. Yeah, we're not like asking for the manager.
Yeah, we're just asking for
We're
the
just
front.
asking for the front.
Our thing is like in normal life, I feel like I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
Like,
so
hey, actually, like if food comes and it's not my order, I'm just like, I guess I'm having this one.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that. But at certain rides, Soarin', we need the front. We'll wait for the front. I don't want to see little tiny feet in my
I don't
view.
need to see
You know?
those dangling feet.
Dang, like, especially if someone's like wearing flip flops and then it's just bare feet. You're like,
Like, I don't need anything wafting my direction,
Yeah.
please.
it's like you're getting the oranges smell and like
Oh,
stinky feet smell.
gosh.
No, even though they don't even have the oranges anymore, which is ridiculous.
I know.
I mean, for around the world,
Technically,
it's like dirt
though.
and
Yeah.
roses and
Yeah, I
ice
know.
or
Not
something.
not so many favorite smells anymore.
Yeah.
I do miss that orange smell. But I
Yeah.
think while we're there, it's still gonna be
is it really
California.
Does it go till?
I think so. I hope so. I guess I'll have to check.
We're. Oh my gosh! Sorry. That's how you guys know that we record late at night once the kids go down. You heard a yawn. I don't know if you've heard a yawn in a while.
It was a half yawn. I don't
It's a
think
happy.
it
I was
fully
like,
came
it's like
out.
one of those ones where you, if you're on a podcasting platform, you might want to go to YouTube to see what kind of yawn that was. It's like the one where your lips are just like trying to close, but it's not. Okay, yawn. Where were we before
What
that?
we're talking about.
Dirt smell and food smell. We're going in May. You're good. We're going in May. It might be. I haven't checked again, but I would love it.
I hope it's
California.
still California because I love World, but because it's such a like special time that California is back,
Yeah.
I just want to be able to go on it while it's there.
Oh, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
the OG.
It is the OG. Okay,
So
we moved on from being Karens to. Okay, this one's also kind of Karen-y.
a little bit.
Maybe not, but maybe. Okay, so another guilty pleasure of ours is judging / hating Disney movies, even if we haven't seen them. So there's like some, especially in this era, like Home on the Range. I feel like we always talk smack on Home on the Range. Like, oh yeah, that terrible time with Home on the Range. And we're like, okay, we haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
But I remember the commercials when I was a kid and I was like, this
oozes
looks
like
so stupid.
not very good.
Yeah.
So,
Watch someone who's listening is like, that is literally
I
my
have
favorite
never
Disney
heard a
movie.
single person say that they enjoyed that movie. So
We did on one reel that got popular. It was like movies that need to be rides or something. And someone did say Home on the Range. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. And internally, I was like, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. But we did this for a long time with Meet the Robinsons as well. And then we did finally see it. And I think it was just the environment. We were watching it with some of our best friends, but I think it was late at night and we were so tired. And the whole, I don't know, it just didn't really click with us. We were just kind of falling asleep
I was
and
zoning
stuff.
out for sure. I guess I could try it again, but it wasn't like a fave.
Yeah, but you know what? We have some people who follow us. And we thought, Home on the Range. Oh, I can't believe they haven't seen Home on the Range. We have some people who still to this day have not seen Emperor's New Groove. I'm going to shout one off here at DMSW Podcast. Ooh, if you're listening,
Literally
watch Emperor's New Groove.
We were just hanging out with 2 days ago. A friend of ours.
Wait.
Not a Katie.
Katie has not seen.
Because Chance was watching it. And
oh my gosh. Yeah, there's another person who follows us who hasn't seen it either, but I'm not going to say their social media name because I don't want you guys. I say DMSWs because I'm like, he could handle the Emperor's New Groove fans, but someone else, and I was like, hold up.
It's a great movie
right now. It's so
and
good.
It is from that time frame that Home on the Range is from, but
yeah, similar. Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove is.
Yeah. Maybe we need to stop judging movies that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure people do that to Emperor's New Groove and it's like, no, just watch it.
But I feel like in general now, I'm just kind of that way anyway, because of the era that Disney is kind of in with movies right now. I'm kind of a little bit more judgy. Like when things are about to come out or like trailers drop, I'm kind of just like, ooh.
It's going to be good. Yeah.
I don't know. Because I just haven't been like super pumped for a Disney movie for a while.
Inside Out 2 has been.
That I'm excited for.
We
weren't excited for Elemental for a very long time. And our son just like wanted to watch it a few weeks ago. Yeah. And we had kind of been like, I guess we should probably watch it. And it was cute.
It was cute. Yeah. Cute. It was nothing.
Yeah. It wasn't like a favorite, but it was cute. Yeah. So I guess, we don't need to judge everything before we've seen it.
True.
That's true. It is fun to do.
It is fun. Yeah. Oh, I think that happens a lot within the Disney community.
Yeah. Everybody's judging something.
Yeah. Especially like rides too. Although I'm always kind of pumped for new rides. Yeah. But after I ride them, I'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. True. Ooh, gonna be crazy. But do you want to get the next one?
Yeah. Next up, we are fans of Hollywoodland. And I think that there's a lot of people who are kind of just like not into that area of California Adventure. It's not,
it's not like our favorite land, but we don't see.
Yeah. Like it's cool. I don't know. I think that they could do some things to improve it a little bit. It's like a little bit lacking direction or like.
Yeah. You have Monsters
continuity
Inc.
or something.
Like,
yeah. Like there's a little bit that they could work on for sure, but I love that area still. Like, it's so fun to just like walk down the boulevard and, I love all the shops along there and the theater and like, I don't know.
If they actually add something in the theater again, hopefully.
Seriously.
Ever since it was there, I've always loved the little fake like walkway that just like the backdrop just I don't know, it's really cool. It also now fits so much better with Buena Vista Street because it kind of feels like a continuation of Buena Vista Street. Gotta love the animation building. Just being in there and then nice AC, but watching all the sketch artwork and the music. Awesome place to be. Off the page, incredible as well. Seriously. And yes, Monsters Inc. They're not famous celebrities that you would see in Hollywood. Still love that ride.
Still so fun.
It's always so fun.
I think, I don't know, I've talked about this on previous episodes, but if they could find a way to transport that whole ride somewhere into the Pixar Pier area so that it fits within the Pixar stuff and then have just a
Superstar limo back.
No, definitely not. But somehow just condensed all of the like
yeah.
Hollywood feel into that area. Put
Yeah.
something where Monsters is that would just make a little more sense.
The Great Movie Ride. Steal it from Walt Disney World. Ooh.
I mean, how fitting though.
Honestly, that'd bring a lot of people from the
dope.
East Coast over here. That'd be so cool because we never were able to ride it. Because when we went in 2018, they were switching it to Mickey and Minnie's. But
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Maybe we do that.
Who knows?
Okay, we go into the next one here.
Yeah.
So our next one is that we like and actually tend to watch more of, and this sounds weird because I love them all, but we tend to watch more of the newer Star Wars movies than like the original, which the originals will always be the best. Will always be the best. The prequels too have definitely grown on me, but so Last Jedi, we don't like Last Jedi. We just never watched that one. But episode 7 and episode 9 are very entertaining. I know the whole somehow Palpatine returned. The whole like not really fully explaining how Palpatine came back. Like yeah, that's kind of what
a little weird, but
it's really. I mean, I love Exegol's really fun. I like
know.
the whole ending with the.
For me, as someone who was, you know, more of a recent Star Wars fan, like I grew up with my little brother watching it, and I was kind of just like, oh, if it's on, I'll just like watch it with you. But I like didn't care at all. It was just like, it's my little brother's thing. But then getting married to Chris and like, you know, just getting into it a little bit more, I'm a fan. And as a like newer fan, I just really enjoy them. I think that the newer ones are fun, and I don't know. I like all the actors a lot. I think that they're all, you know, great in their characters. And yeah, like you said, episode 9, one of my favorites.
Yeah. And you get a lot of fan service, but I think that was great. I mean, to see Luke again, you get to see Han again.
Oh my
There's some really cool things, and obviously,
so
you
emotional.
know, feels like J.J. Abrams set everything up with episode 7. Ryan Johnson came in and threw all that away, and then J.J. Abrams came back and tried to like tie that back up. So the continuity of the new trilogy is weird. Yeah, but number 9 is really, really entertaining.
I love it. Yeah,
but
one of my faves.
Yeah, and then we also love the shows. Acolyte coming out around my birthday. That's gonna a month after May the 4th. So I'm really excited for that. I really hope it's great. We've loved Ahsoka, Mandalorian. So cool. But anyways, that's our guilty pleasure. Yeah, I know some people don't really like them, but you know, that's how it is. How it is. Do you want to get the next one? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Don't judge us. And I'm sure most of you are on the same page as us, I would have to say. Our guilty pleasure is Zippity Doo Dah, the song, because it's just like,
we're not supposed to like this song.
Yeah, at this point,
they took it away from the parks and
it's gone. Like, you're not going to hear it in the parks anymore, but it's always going to be one of my favorite Disney songs. It is Disney to me
so much in the parks, and it's ingrained in my memory.
I feel like when I think about like walking through the gates, even like the security, like just walking before you even get to where like the Esplanade
you used to hear
walking along that street from Harbor, getting to the security line. Oh, I just loved hearing Zippity Doo Dah. It was like, and then you used to hear
the bird as you do the tickets. That like,
oh my gosh, that's right.
And you don't hear it anymore, right? They took everything out, and it was just such a core memory of going to the parks.
Yeah.
And I know we know the connotations, they're changing Splash and all that stuff, but still the song
will live on in our hearts.
Yeah,
we all love.
We never thought about the movie. We didn't even know the movie existed. You know,
yeah. So the song is just so cute, and it just makes you feel so good. It just brings out that Disney in your heart.
We just start bringing headphones to the park. Just
you just walk in listening to it. Yeah, Bluetooth.
So good. But yeah. So
we miss it, and we always will. And I'll always that, and just like the Splash Mountain song in general.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah,
I definitely have those on some Disney playlists on Spotify.
Oh yeah,
and I will never change them when they come on because they make me happy.
Yeah. How do you do? I'm sorry, but it's so memories unlocked every time I hear that.
It'll live on in our hearts, and I am heartbroken that our sons will never get to ride it.
Yeah, I know.
But they can know the song.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not even going to say what we think it is, but I'm wondering if anyone else thinks this too. On the Splash Mountain song.
Oh my gosh.
No, because I've brought this up to other people. I'm not saying it. But we always thought they were saying something that they're not saying.
No, we never thought they were saying it. This was Chris's strange mind that led him to.
I'm not going to even bring it up on this podcast because it might be weird and, there might be kids listening and all this stuff. But if you thought they said something else on that song, how do you do, mighty pleasant green? And it goes on because other people have thought this too. So if you have ever thought something funny with that song, DM us and let's see if anyone else has thought this. Or if you're so curious what we're alluding to here, let us know and we'll let you know. But because Market House, I thought the same thing.
I think it will. Yes.
So it could be
okay.
It could be a more,
or it's just you and Caleb who are just really weird.
Maybe. Anyways,
sorry,
we're gonna end it there. DM us if you want. Anyways, our last one here before we get into some listener questions. Our guilty pleasure is quietly judging people's knowledge of Disney and the lines. Now, we don't know everything, and we feel bad if we say something and we're like, we don't know. But
we're not pros.
Sometimes it's funny, listening if you're in a line and you're hearing someone talk about something and they have something totally obviously wrong, but it sounds like
or they're doing the Disney heads up game, which I think we have literally mastered it.
And we've just been watching
and if anyone's getting them wrong, it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah, it is. And I guess just as a larger whole of this, just listening to weird conversations. And it's not like you're trying to do it, but sometimes you're waiting in line and there's nothing else to do. And you just hear a conversation and you're just kind of oh,
gotta listen to this. Definitely.
Or what's the worst is if someone's talking about something, even if they're not misdoing Disney knowledge or something, but they just have a question on something oh, where's this supposed to be? I always want to pop in and do that, but then I'm oh, I'm listening to your conversation. I'm sorry, I'm listening to it, but I want to pop in and be oh yeah, what you're gonna want to do is go over here and here and here.
Yeah.
It's hard not to do when you're in a line.
It's true.
We all do it, even if we don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, we do want to.
You're always hearing what people are talking about. So it's definitely hard to not have your opinions about what people are saying.
And wanting to jump in. Oh, the worst is the worst. And we've talked about this maybe one other time. I mean, I've heard some people be oh, where's Harry Potter Land? Or oh yeah, what's your favorite Disney movie? Oh, Shrek. Yeah, Shrek one was really good. Things like that just make your skin crawl and you're
the cringe.
Those DreamWorks, but okay, thank you. But yeah, things like that. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's rough.
Definitely guilty pleasure.
It's hard to not pipe into that conversation and be actually,
excuse me.
That was DreamWorks in 2001 or whatever. But yeah, no, that's really hard. But that's our list.
That is ours. Jumping into.
Let us know below. Yeah, if you had any weird Disney guilty pleasures. But here are our listeners. Should we start this off? I guess.
Yeah,
I could start. Because I already slammed DMSW podcast. So we're not watching Emperor's New Groove. But the first one comes from him. So he hasn't watched Emperor's New Groove, but he has watched this. He said his guilty pleasure is that the Descendants movies are actually a ton of fun. We haven't watched the show or the movies. He has 100 kids. So no, just kidding. I think he has six.
Six, I think. And they're probably at the age range where they're into the show. So it's of course you as the parent are going to end up watching it sometimes.
I could see Johnny doing work on his computer while they're watching it and just being
he's really into it.
What's Ursula's kids gonna say or something? I think they think Ursula is a kid in the show. I don't know. They're they're villain kids, right? Yeah. But I love that one, Johnny. We love you.
Yeah.
So maybe
we'll give it a shot one day.
Yeah.
Maybe. Next up, we have at Lulu B Buzzin Memories, who said spending my money on at least one item every trip.
I hope that means one item in each category and not one item, literally every single item. I'd be like, Lulu, how do you have that much money?
One item.
I bought everything in the park.
everywhere.
Yeah. No.
Definitely. I think
Spending
it's
money,
our thing as well. It's like anytime we go, we allow ourselves like one.
Oh, on at least one item. Oh, like buying one item.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she meant like I thought you meant like one item in like different categories. That makes a lot more sense, Lulu. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what he's thinking. I'm sorry,
thought,
Lulu, but
like at least buying at least one
item of everything.
of every store. Yeah, no, at least one item. Yeah, that's what you mean. Oh my gosh.
I'm assuming so. I think I got that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. We always have to buy one item.
Yeah.
That makes
Anytime
a lot more sense.
we're in the park. I mean, obviously, apart from like all the food, because we buy like every food item we can while we're there. But in terms of like, souvenir type things, usually we buy at least one thing. Although now we have kids and I feel like money that we would allot to like ourselves, we're just kind of like, okay, you're going to want to buy like everything you see.
Yeah.
So
I do not like those gift stores outside of rides. It's like, get her, or else they're going to pick something like that's $100.
Massively screwed on our last trip.
Yeah. I mean, we could have got screwed more. We paid
$50.
We could have paid $100 for the train.
Yes, but that would have been more worth it.
Oh my gosh.
The train was at least like bigger. And there was a different train that was in World of Disney, I believe, that was like 60 or so. That would have been more worth it. We literally bought outside of Mickey's Runaway Railway this tiny little remote control Mickey car.
It's fun.
It's fine. He used it like once.
I've used it more times than he has.
$50.
But he lost Mickey Mouse.
Yes, like on
in the
trip.
Parks, like on that same day.
That day.
Like, oh, well, that's fun.
I don't know if a kid took it or what, but all of a sudden it was out of the stroller and we could never find Mickey again. Yeah. So
oof. It's hard when you have kids. It's a lot more expensive. We usually tend to buy mugs. I love
coffee mugs is usually the thing. It used to be a t-shirt every time, but I feel like no hate on Disney, but like the small shops are killing the game right now. So that's usually where our money goes if we're going to buy clothing.
For sure. Yeah.
But, there's always cute stuff in World of Disney or any of the streets along like Buena Vista or Main Street. There's tons of cute things to
it's
buy.
Always so fun. Great one, Lulu. So good to hear from you. She was like day one for us. We love you, Lulu. Thank you for that one.
Still here. We love you.
We got another one. Who we know this person in person.
Yeah, for a long time.
So shout out to @SamStringerPhoto360. And he said cream cheese filled pretzels or turkey legs. Ooh, and you know what? I love the cream cheese filled pretzels too. They're so warm and amazing, and it's so good. I feel like turkey legs is a hotter take too, because I feel like everyone loved turkey legs for the longest of time, and then people started hating on them. So that I feel like that is a
like
good
they were a little
pleasure,
overhyped.
because some people were like,
yeah, I can't say that I've ever actually bought one. They always smell
we ate one
amazing.
in Golden Horseshoe one time.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. You bought it then, and I kind of just like snacked on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ooh, those are good ones though. I could go for a cream cheese filled pretzel right now.
I don't recall if I've had a cream cheese. Maybe at some point.
The hard thing is that when I get a cream cheese filled pretzel,
that's what I keep thinking. I'm like, I feel like I would need like some jam or like something.
Already in it. Oh yeah. Oh, but something else.
Cream cheese. But yeah, I feel like you need like something like a little sweeter.
My thing is when I get a regular pretzel, the saltiness, then I'm like, oh, I kind of want something sweet. And then if I get the cream cheese filled one, then I want a salty one. So I think next time we just get two, and then we just
flip flop
charcuterie pretzel back and forth. But yeah, that's a great one. So thanks so much, Sam.
All the snacks are pretty much guilty pleasures, I think.
Yeah,
we can just agree to that.
Oh yeah.
Next comes from @LisaBaby.
There it is. I was waiting for you to. Yep.
We will both forever say it that way. She said, riding the train all the way around just to sit for a long period of time.
Yeah,
100%.
Yes.
We all need that break in the day, and the train is the perfect place to do it.
Train is perfect.
Especially with a corn dog.
Yeah, train is perfect. Pirates is perfect because it's nice and cold. Little Mermaid is perfect.
Any of the
rides.
good. Yeah, those are the more like, AC, like nice long ride to do. Those are great. But the train is just great for the it's just relaxing. And it's like just the best to be able to just see the park from that angle. Every bit of the park, you know?
It's so great.
It's the best break you can take.
Yeah. So the next one we have is from @FamTravelFolio, and she said Disney Resort Hotels. So to splurge on a little guilty pleasure. I would love if that was my guilty pleasure, but we just cannot pay.
Yeah, we're not
700, 800. No, like
depends
California
where you
hotel is like $1,000 a night.
Yeah.
That is.
It's insane.
I want that to be.
Maybe one day we'll be at that level, but you know,
that's a great one though.
For us, for now, it's just like wandering around in there.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of our guilty pleasure.
For sure.
Being there pretending as if we're, you know, at that level.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you get a little taste of it. Go to Trader Sam's. Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, it's so fun. But yeah, @FamTravelFolio, she does a lot of like hotel stuff and really good tips. So definitely go follow her.
For sure.
Yeah.
Next we have @LiveLearnDreamMagic, who said Disney Starbucks and drinks with glow cubes.
Disney Starbucks.
I would have to say, yes, Disney Starbucks hits so different from regular Starbucks. Because we don't honestly get Starbucks on the regular at like here.
Yeah.
Occasionally, because it's so convenient and easy to get, but it's not like my favorite coffee to get. Like I would much prefer supporting one of the smaller coffee shops in town that are really good quality coffee. But something about a Starbucks and Disney.
It's really good.
It's so good.
It really is.
I mean, waiting in that line, not good, not fun.
We love Joffrey's too. Joffrey's is amazing, but Disney Starbucks for sure. And drinks with glow cubes. Yeah.
Yes.
Come on. Everyone's looking at your drink. You're like, yeah, that's right. I got
You're
this
like,
thing.
You want to know where I got this?
Yeah.
So you can go get one too.
Yeah.
And yes,
you
we
get to
collect the ice cubes anytime we can. Anytime we get one of those drinks, it's like, this cube is coming home.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. That's a great one though.
So good.
Love it. And then we heard from @Joycey Pell. I think I'm saying that right.
I mean,
we talked about this last week.
Perfectly.
Yeah. I think it's @Joycey Pell or Joy
C-Pell.
Yeah. Joycey Pell or Joy C-Pell.
No, you got it.
That's what it is. Okay. They said beignets. Yes.
All the snacks.
Gotta love the beignets.
Yep.
Oh, I could go for a nice warm. Open up the bag with the sugar and that's good. That's so good. I could do one.
That is one thing, by the way, that is so hard to make at home.
Yeah, beignets are tough.
I've tried a few different times on the show when we were doing snacks all the time to do a Mickey shaped beignet, and that dough is like the goopiest dough. So it is so hard for me to like hold the shape at the time that you like toss it into the fryer. It's so hard to like actually keep it a Mickey shape.
Yeah, they must have some sort of like
I don't know how they do
routine.
it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have a much
Process that's
easier method of doing it, but
because they're perfect.
Regardless, yes, beignets are prime.
Oh yeah.
Prime Disney snack.
So good.
So good. Last but not least, we have one more from @PlanDisney with Jill, who said at Walt Disney World, deluxe resorts, park hoppers, Genie Plus, and drinks at the Enchanted Rose.
We have not been to the Enchanted Rose, but it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Genie Plus. Yeah, I feel like that's a guilty pleasure. You don't feel good doing it, like buying it. You're like,
but it's ultimately probably going to make your trip easier. So
for sure.
Makes sense.
Ooh, those are great ones. And we actually had an episode with @PlanDisney with Jill. She had so many good tips, hotel tips, money saving tips. So definitely go find that episode. She is great.
Very informative episode.
Yeah. We're going to have to get her to
I know.
book a vacation.
Honestly, yeah. Next time we do Disney World.
Yeah.
I think we're for sure going to have to get a planner.
Yeah. That'd be so great.
It makes life a lot easier, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So.
And they're free.
Yeah.
So cool.
I know. Something I never knew. I always figured if you're having someone plan your trip, you must have to pay like a lot of money.
No.
But Disney reimburses them, which is amazing.
Yeah. Or you get like commission off of that.
Yeah. Commission. That's
so
right.
Cool. It's so much fun. But I had a fun time talking about these Disney guilty pleasures. This was great.
There's so many. There's probably way more.
There probably isn't. We get into this mindset, especially while parenting and working and all this stuff, that sometimes you just hit a creative block and you come up with some, and then someone will like dislodge that block, and you're like, oh, of course that's
Like,
a good
duh.
one. But
Yeah.
so that's why we would love to hear from you in the comment section below or on our Instagram, and we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, yeah, of course that's a great one. We could chat over there. But just want to say thank you again so much for listening and supporting our show. Truly means so much. We couldn't do it without you. And we love you
Wouldn't
guys.
do it without
Yeah,
you.
we wouldn't do it
The
without
whole
you.
point of this is for you guys.
Well, not just for you guys, for us as well. And
Yes.
just being able to
True.
connect with other like-minded Disney fans. Like we said, it is a guilty pleasure in and of itself to be a Disney adult.
It's true.
So
It's very
so
true.
much fun. But we love you guys again, and we will catch you guys next week for another episode of the Happiest Hour on Earth.
See you guys then.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.